Next application, to test significance of difference between means of two samples, two independent samples. To test significance of difference between means of two independent samples. Independent mean that's why it is called unpaired t-test. Unpaired t-test. Two independent samples. Independent samples means samples that are selected randomly so that its observations don't depend the value of other observation. Okay, independent samples means samples that are selected randomly so that its observations don't depend the values of other observation. For example, height of 50 males and height of 50 females, which are independent to each other. Okay, an independent sample, that's why it is also called unpaired t-test. Okay, next test procedure, same process similar to z-test, same process. So test procedure, so first we'll set hypothesis, null hypothesis and alternative hypothesis. Next, setting this test statistic. In this case, formula of test statistic equal to x1 bar minus x2 bar by sigma x bar. Okay, where sigma x bar is standard error of difference of means, and x1 bar is equal to first sample mean and x2 bar equal to second sample mean, and formula of sigma x bar equal to s into root over 1 by n1 plus 1 by n2. Okay, and this means this equal to s root over n1 plus n2 by, just simplification, s into root over n1 plus n2 by n1 into, where this s is called combined standard deviation. Combined standard deviation, and formula of s, that is combined standard deviation, is root over summation x minus x1 minus x1 bar whole square plus x2 summation x2 minus x2 bar whole square by n1 plus n2 minus 2. So formula of combined standard deviation is root over summation x1 minus x1 bar whole square plus summation x2 minus x2 bar whole square by n1 plus n2 minus 2, and this n1 plus n2 minus 2 is called degrees of freedom. So formula of degrees of freedom for unpaired t-test is n1 plus n2 minus 2, where n1 is the first sample size and n2 is the second sample size. Please remember this one, very very important. Next, set level of significance alpha and calculate the value of t and compare it with the critical value or tabulated value of t at certain degrees of freedom and certain level of significance. Compare this value and decision. If same process, if calculated value less than tabulated value, then null hypothesis accepted and alternative hypothesis rejected. If calculated value greater than tabulated value, then null hypothesis rejected and alternative hypothesis accepted. Okay. Next, we will discuss a problem. Next question. Two types of drugs were used on 6 and 5 patients for reducing their weight. Drug A was imported and drug B was indigenous. The increase in the weight in kg after using the drug for 90 days was given below. Drug A, drug B. Question is there a significant difference in the efficacy of the drugs? Okay, again I repeat, two types of drugs were used on 6 and 5 patients for reducing their weight. Drug A was imported and drug B was indigenous. The increase in the weight in kg after using the drugs for 90 days was given below. Drug A, drug B. Question is there a significant difference in the efficacy of the drugs? So here there are two types sample. This is first sample, this is second sample, and size of first sample is 6, 1 2 3 4 6, and size of second sample is 5, and they are independent. So solution, given that n1 is the size of first sample, so n1 is 6, and n2 is size of second sample, that is 5. Now we will set hypothesis. So first null hypothesis. So null hypothesis will be there is no significant difference between the efficacy of drug A and drug B. There is no significance difference between the efficacy of drug A and drug B, that is mu x1 bar equal to mu x2 bar. That is mean of drug A equal to mean of drug B. That is there is no significant difference between the efficacy of drug A, that is efficacy of drug A equal to the efficacy of drug B. And alternative hypothesis becomes complement of the statement, that is there is significant difference between efficacy of drug A and efficacy of drug B. That is significant difference means not equal to mu x2 bar. Okay, that is not equal to means this is two-tailed test. Okay, next test statistic. So test statistic for unpaired t-test is, or independent for independent sample is test statistic. Test statistic for unpaired t-test is t equal to formula. This is the formula, t equal to x1 bar minus x2 bar by sigma x bar, where standard error of mean sigma x bar, and where sigma x bar is s into root over n1 plus n2 by n1 n2. This is the formula of sigma x bar, s into root over n1 plus n2 by n1 n2. Okay, and s is the called combined standard deviation. S is the called combined standard deviation. The formula of combined standard deviation is s equal to root over x1 minus x1 bar whole square plus summation x2 minus x2 bar whole square by n1 plus n2 minus 2. So this is the formula of combined standard deviation. Okay, now we construct a table for finding the value of s, x1 bar and x2 bar. So this is a table. So this is table for calculation of x1 bar, x2 bar and s. Calculation of x1 bar, x2 bar and s. Okay, this is x1 minus x1 bar, x1 minus x1 bar whole square. This is x2 minus x2 bar and x2 minus x2 bar whole square. Okay, so x1 takes value, x1 takes 6 values, so 8 10 12 9 14 13, 8 10 12 9 14 13, and x2 takes 5 values, 7 9 14 12 8, 7 9 14 12 8. Next, summation x1. So summation x1 equal to 8 plus 10 plus 12 plus 9 plus 14 plus 13. This is equal to 66. And summation x2 equal to 7 plus 9 plus 14 plus 12 plus 8. This is equal to 50. Okay. Next, x1 bar. x1 bar means summation x1 by n1. So here n1 is 6. So 66 sample size, first sample size. So 66 by 6. This is 11. And x2 bar. This is summation x2 by n2. Summation x2 means 50. n2 means first second sample size. This is 5. This is 10. Okay. So here x1 bar is 11 and x2 bar is 10. So x1 minus x1 bar means 11, and x1 minus 11 whole square. Similarly, x2 minus x2 bar is 10, and this is x2 minus 10 whole square. Okay, so x1 minus 11, that is 8 minus 11, this is minus 3, this is minus 1, this is 1. So 9 minus 11, this is minus 2, 14 minus 11, this is 3, this is 2. Similarly, x2 minus 10 means 7 minus 10 is minus 3, this is minus 1, this is 4, this is 2, this is minus 2. Okay, okay. Then minus 3 square, this is 9, this is 1, this is 1, this is 4, this is 9, this is 4, this is 9, this is 1, 4 square minus 16, this is 2 square minus 4, this is 2 square minus 4. So next, x1 minus x1 bar whole square, this is equal to 9 plus 1 plus 1 plus 4 plus 9 plus 4, this is equal to 28, and x2 minus x2 bar whole square, this is equal to 9 plus 1 plus 16 plus 4 plus 4, this is equal to 34. Next, s. So now we'll find the value of s. So formula of s is root over summation x1 minus x1 bar whole square plus x2 minus x2 bar whole square by n1 plus n2 by 2 minus 2, that is root over this 28 plus 34 by n1 plus n2 by 2. n1 means 6, 6 plus n2 means 5 minus 2. Okay, after calculation we get value of s is 2.625. so this is the value of s, 2.625. next, t. So t is x1 bar minus x2 by x1 bar minus x2 bar by sigma x1 bar, sigma x bar. Okay, so x2 bar, so formula of x1, so value of x1 bar is 11 and x2 bar is 10. So this is the formula, x1 bar minus x2 bar by sigma x bar means s into root over n1 plus n2 by n1 n2. So s into root over n1 plus n2 by n1 n2. So value of x1 bar is 11 and value of x2 bar is 10 and value of s is 2.625. so 2.625 by into 2.625 into n1 plus n2. n1 means 6 plus 5 by 6 into 5. Okay, 11 minus 10 means 1, so 6 into 5 by 2.625 into root over 11. Okay, so after calculation we get the value of t is 0.629. so this is the calculated value of t, so 0.629. since this is total test, so we find the value of mod t. So mod t equal to mod of this means mod 0.629. Okay, next, degrees of freedom. So formula of degrees of freedom for unpaired t test is degrees of freedom. dm means degrees of freedom. So formula of degrees of freedom for unpaired t test is n1 plus n2 minus 2. Here n1 is 6 plus n2 means 5 minus 2. So that is 9. Okay, and let level of significance is alpha equal to 0.05. let us consider 5% level of significance. So tabulated value of t at 5% level of significance for two-tailed test with 9 degrees of freedom is this 2.262. so tabulated value of t at 5% level of significance with 9 degrees of freedom for two-tailed it is 2.262. so tabulated value of t equal to 2.262 at 5% level of significance with 9 degrees of freedom for two-tailed test. Next, decision. This is calculated value of t, this is tabulated value of t. Decision. Since 0.629 less than 2.262, that is implies calculated t less than tabulated t. Since calculated value of t less than tabulated value of t, so therefore null hypothesis is accepted and alternative hypothesis is rejected. Since null hypothesis is accepted, so this statement is true. So there is no significant difference between efficacy of drugs A and drug B. So there is no significance, hence there is no significance difference between the efficacy of drug A and drug B. The efficacy of drug A and drug B. Between the efficacy of drug A and drug B. Drug A and drug B. Okay. Now we'll draw this figure. So this is two-tailed test. Also the curve of t distribution like normal standard normal distribution curve. So this is two-tailed test, so error will occur both sides. So here level of significance is 5%, so alpha 0.025 error will occur left side and right side, and left side 0.025 error will occur left side 0.025. This is alpha by 2 and this is also alpha by 2, and area of unit portion is 1 minus alpha. This is 0.95. okay, and here so calculated value, tabulated value of t is, this is 2.262 and this is minus 2.262. okay, since here calculated value is 0.629, so 0.629 lies in this region. This is 0.629 lies in this region, so that's why we accept null hypothesis. okay, this is the required answer. Clear?